Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan. This month in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, they held their annual Mothman Festival. Now, the Mothman, of course, is the creature that was spotted by numerous witnesses in the Point Pleasant area starting on November 12, 1966, and continuing through December 15, 1967. He is described as a human-sized creature with huge wings and, of course, fiery red eyes that most say were at least 2 inches in diameter and 6 inches apart. There has been countless books, articles, documentaries, and even movies made about the creature, with the latest movie being in 2002 starring Richard Gere, entitled The Mothman Prophecies. There is wide debate about what this creature really was. Some say it was nothing but over-imagination and fear, but with so many credible witnesses, its existence is very hard to deny. So if it did exist, or still does exist, then what is it? Some say it's a deformed or radiated bird. Well, that would fit into Fallout. Others say it's a demon and a harbinger of disaster. But a few would disagree, saying it came to help and to warn the town of coming calamity, which of course happened when on December the 15th, 1967, the Silver Bridge collapsed and 46 people died. From that day on, the sightings of the Mothman stopped, so the people of Point Pleasant say they believe that he was certainly connected somehow to the tragedy of that day. Whether for good or ill, well, that's according to who you ask. But the town has embraced its history and the Mothman, even erecting a statue and giving him his own museum. Every year they celebrate, or maybe some do it to remember, during the Mothman Festival. At this year's festival, Bethesda was invited by Point Pleasant with open arms to come and participate with the festivities. According to an article in this week's Point Pleasant Register, the people from the Mothman Museum reached out to Bethesda. They had watched the no-clip documentary, The Making of Fallout 76, and were excited to find out that the Mothman was going to be in the game. And specifically, when they saw the artist from Bethesda Game Studios, Nate Perkapile, was wearing the Mothman shirt, so they called wanting to talk to Bethesda's licensing director, maybe to get some merchandise for the festival. But what they got was so much better. In a very classy move, Bethesda sent several representatives to attend the festival, along with everyone's favorite, Vault Boy. And Bethesda even made a few very special pieces of merchandise just for the occasion, like Mothman shirts and other goodies. But most everyone's favorite was the Fallout 76 Mothman print, which, by the way, is gorgeous. And we get to see the first real image of what the Mothman is going to look like in Fallout 76. And I don't know about you, but the Mothman looks pretty wicked in that picture. He looks like a real moth coming up over the name Mothman. Very good job, Bethesda. And there was a little news that was actually dropped accidentally by Bethesda community manager Abigail Tyson. Someone asked her if the Mothman Museum would make it into Fallout 76, and she said, quote, "A much scarier version of the Mothman Museum will be featured in Fallout 76. So, there you go. We know it will be in the game, but now we know from Bethesda that it will be very scary. Now, I really like the sound of that, and I might just see another Scary Places video coming, the Point Pleasant edition. You know, you think about this, and somebody mentioned that it might be like the Museum of Witchcraft in Fallout 4. I wonder what they're going to do with the Mothman Museum. And this might answer the question whether the Mothman is good or bad, if this is going to be a very scary place. That's exciting. And by the way, that probably means there's a lot more in there than just the Mothman. It's a pretty good article. It's not very long, but I will leave a link to the full Point Pleasant Register article down in the description below. I want to thank you as always for getting your Bethesda fix right here in the King's Corner, and as always, all of my links are down in the description below. A couple of reminders. Remember, we have Discord. Please use that. That is a great way to connect with the community and talk about Fallout 76 or anything. You can talk to me and talk to a lot of the people in this community. We have some wonderful people. So you can find that link down in the description. And also go check out my Patreon page. There is some wonderful things happening with my Patreons. The podcast, the behind the scenes, and my Patreons are about to have a special position on the Discord page. So go check out my Patreon page, and I sure could use that help. So go check that out as well, please. And I have one more link I'm excited about. I'm going to mispronounce it, but that's alright. It's Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi. If you cannot afford Patreon, but you want to give just a little bit, then go to Ko-Fi. It's a one-time thing that you can give just a little bit to the KingFanMan to help out. So go check it out. It's down in the description below. It's Ko-Fi. Go check that out, please. That is a great thing, and I want to thank the Vault Girl for showing me that as well. One more time, I want to ask your prayers for my daughter who's in the hospital right now. Please send your prayers out for her and for us as we care for her. Thank you so much. I am the KingFanMan. I'll see you guys later.